pressure. Now we're going to be a little between. Remember I said top of the armpit is where we get control, and this gives us play with the shoulder and the upper body. This one turns into a wrist control because I can push it into his body. I can connect my hands quickly, and I have good manipulation with it. Okay? More so than up here. But I love this one too. But this style, what do you think of when I have this style? Snap, and I'm running, boom. That's where I use that double grip right here, okay? When I want to slow the pace down, or maybe he's fighting more, maybe he starts to push off my head, right, with that arm, and he hides that single leg, right? So now we're into a different battle. I gotta control his arm. If I hold up, pull your arm out, so you don't slip out of that version. You see? So that's when I choose to start using thumb controls, because then we're controlling, we're not just holding, okay? But right now we're doing this. I snap, boom, I get to this position, and here's this difference of our body language. Drive into it. Now I'm pushing and he's full on resisting. Okay? We've gotten to the phase where I go for the single. So now he's switching that base because he doesn't want me to grab that single. He may even be pushing off my face. I'm going to keep this cupped right here. And as he starts to push off, if I have control of this arm, and I'm sure you guys have heard about the human being at table, 4 legs, he's missing a leg, you kick him to that leg. Well, he has no post. Even though he has this, he has no base right here because the other leg's not in front, and I have this arm. So I'll shuck him by. Boom, he goes down to the ground. Let's talk about this arm. If you deepen this arm real big, he can roll me, he can grandy roll, he can do a few things. So I call this my hand hook. It's just right here. And it's like wrapped up around his hip bone, and it's just my hand. Why? Because watch his knee. Sit to guard, Donny. See how his knee turned in towards me? Come back. Sit to guard, Donny. See how it blocks that? Now he's got no choice. Okay? So that's why I like that hand hook. For you MMA guys, what I was doing with one of my guys for the fights this weekend is I was doing near side wrist control, passing it to this hand, thumping on him with this one. And then I'm going to pull him right over into a north-south choke. Switch to hand control, walk towards his head. Be sure that the hand that is around his neck is thumbs up. Like this underneath, right? So my wrist is taller. I walk my lat to his head. I ensure that my shoulder is not past my wrist. You guys see how it's past my wrist? Look, I wiggle back into the right spot, and I ensure that it's over my wrist. And then here's another major key. Watch my right elbow. See how it's off the ground and I'm squeezing? Donny, turn towards me. And that's how Donny was able to get it out earlier a little bit, because I was trying to get that elbow to the ground. As soon as I lock that elbow to the ground, now Donny's going to tap. Okay? But Donny and I earlier, when we were doing this was a battle of a centimeter. Look at my elbow. And I'm trying to shove that elbow back on the ground. That's all that battle was. And that's all that battle is right there. Try and control his near side arm. Let's break it all down. Okay? Sure. So, boom, I'm off. I have an upper arm grip. I'm here, and I'm pushing into him. He's framing back. Come on, push, Donny. Push, right? So he gets in this push. Chuck. Boom. I'm right here. You got to get him to commit. If you can push past him, take the single leg. Bulldoze him. Literally, right? He starts to put a lot of pressure into you. Shuck, man. Send him to the ground. Don't do this. We're not bad. I'll catch his hips. Okay? But I'm trying to send him 45-degree angle to the floor right now. Off. Boom. Down in the head position. He's pushing. Like, push my face again. He's pushing my face. Shuck, man. Boom. I catch that hip. Okay? So now, I can pass this wrist. This is just for that setup. I can take his back, guys. I can do all that kind of stuff. Even if he defends the neck for a seatbelt or a choke, near side hand can still take this off. Look. It's beautiful. For you MMA guys, you can thump on their head. I learned this in Valet Tudo class back in the day, and it wasn't actually to hit. It was so Donny couldn't elbow me. See that? So I got his cross-side arm control. Now I'm going to turn my body, and as I pull him over, switch hands, push that arm away, walk to his head. Shoulders over the wrist, he's done.
What do you mean by shoulders over the wrist when you're doing that north side?
My shoulder's not over my wrist. My shoulder's probably in the middle of the sternum. Now my shoulder's over my wrist.
And that's the point where he's tapping. That's the deepest part of the chest.
That's actually, it's the part where he's tapping, but it's. No, it's okay. I mean, you've been doing jiu-jitsu long enough. You know how it is. You gotta feel it, right? I'm squeezing. You ready?
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it wasn't so much of a squeeze as it was a shoulder drop. But don't, guys, lift the elbow. Keep contact with that elbow, but don't be lifting your hips up this way because you're causing so much pressure. It's evenly dispersed with your weight. I'm driving this elbow down to the ground, and I'm also driving the shoulder in his neck.
And you're straightening out that far arm. Is that what you're doing? You're pushing.
Yeah, I don't like to hold my hands. Marcelo Garcia is a north-south guy, but I don't go this way. I am connecting this arm. I'm holding on to this arm. Even if Donny follows me and he lifts his hips over that hand. Keep going, Donny, keep going. He can only go so far. He'll go over his arm, and then he'll get stuck right here, and then I'll keep walking to his neck and he'll tap. You guys see that?
Let's go.
Let's go one more time.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Killer drive. He's pushing back. He's a hoss. Hides that leg. Don't give me that near side single. That's all in this arm. Let's do it without even showing you on this arm. Look. It's that arm that does it. You guys get that?
Yes, sir.
Boom. I'm here. Bang. I can do this kind of stuff. Look. Near side arm. Through. Switch. And I have to give him the space. Watch this. Make sense?
Sir.
Any of you guys ever hold the gi like this? Right here? You let him turtle? But you can always bring him back by that gi. It's the same principle. Go all the way over, Donny. To your turtle, all the way to turtle. I can always bring him back. I'll put this knee next to his knee. That's part of it. So that he can't base and he tips over. Watch.
You're sitting out into that?
Huh?
You're sitting out into that? Making it room?
Yeah, like-
Well, you said you give him space.
If I do it like this, and Donny bases with his right leg, right, I won't get him over. But if I block his base with my knee, you guys get that?
Yes, sir.
It's a clean north-south setup, dude. I hit this at like Mach 3. Because when you get good at it, I'm telling you, you're like, boom, you're driving, and you're like, no son, he goes down, boom, I pass this over. Okay, ready, set.